My name is Kevin Morgan. I'm Professor of Governance and Development in the School of Planning and Geography at Cardiff University. One of my specialisms is the research of sustainable food systems, how good food is procured and served in schools. That was the basis of our case study. And today we're at Willows High School in Cardiff, which is one of the most deprived parts of the city. And we're at Willows because Willows has done some extraordinary things in terms of school food reform. It's introduced one of the finest kitchens and canteens that I'm aware of anywhere in the United Kingdom. And that's important because providing a convivial, pleasant eating environment for children gives children an incentive to come into the canteen rather than to flee from it, which was the case in the past. Do you all have school dinners?
Yeah, I have a meal deal and they're like roast dinners of fish and chips and beans, but they're like really nice.
And is it the only hot meal you have in the days?
Yeah, because normally in the evening I don't have a hot meal, I just have like a little sandwich.
It's your main hot meal. The message in the classroom concerning healthy food was synchronized with the quality of the menu in the dining room. So the classroom and the dining room were singing from the same page, as it were, about the merits of healthy food. And this is what they've done here in Willows High School. They've introduced a school food menu based on Appetite for Life, a program which our research contributed to, where we learned from good practice elsewhere in Europe, particularly from Rome. These new changes have crept in all along the food chain, from the very procurement system which was used to purchase food, where the emphasis was on low-cost food ingredients.
When we had our old canteen, it wasn't. I mean, it was edible. It wasn't like toxic food, but it was you know, you could eat it. But now I think the quality's improved and they've like upped the portions a bit, so they're more filling, and the prices aren't like ridiculous either. You can get decent priced food. And I think it's just much nicer to have like a hot meal during the winter especially.
In the new system, we're starting with buying better ingredients, training school dinner ladies to cook from scratch instead of just opening packets of processed food. That's an enormous change to raise the dignity and the professional self-esteem of the school caterers themselves.
I really learned loads. We went back to how to chop vegetables, how to cook meat, we gutted fish. And basically it's just learned how to cook proper meals. And now brought it back to the kitchen, and that's what we do now. We cook fresh every day. Now, when you produce the food and the kids are eating it, you just think, you know, I made that and the kids are enjoying it, you know.
We consciously tried to engage with every constituency in the food chain. We engage with farmers and producers, we engage with public procurement officers, and we engage with local authorities who are responsible for school catering. And we engaged and brought good practice, identified good practice from elsewhere, and brought that good practice to bear at these operational levels.
The real world is way ahead of academic theories. So you're not going to learn how to produce impacts by reading the latest literature in the field. It's important to talk to real people, to enter the world, to see what the needs are.
Fizzy drinks have gone now. All the fried products we've cut down on now, so it's just chips once a week. Turkey Twizzlers we used to do, the grease that used to come out of them, it was horrendous. How the kids ate it, I just don't know.
The scale of our work wasn't confined to Wales. We engaged in Wales, we engaged in England, in Scotland, in North America with a case study of New York, and we were fortunate enough to be identified by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which funded our work to work with the World Food Programme in Sub-Saharan Africa.
Over the years, I've been invited to something like 13 different countries to talk about school meals. There's an extra time that you add, you know, traveling and talking to people and doing advisory work for policymakers. But for me, is a crucial aspect of my identity as an academic.
No, it's weird, but some people are starting to run.
run for
Run
school
to the
dinner?
Run for the canteen.
Because they're hungry.
No, it's because they want to get in the queue first.
The children clearly enjoy the school food that they're getting in Willows High. So that's the tangible proof of school food reform, which is what we argued in our book, that the ultimate arbiters of school food reform will be the children themselves. And there goes the school lunch hour.